She called me up just the other night.
The fifth release from our Australian country artist Jase Lansky is Drunk Every Sunday, and he's joining us tonight to tell us a little bit more about the background of the song and how things are going. G'day, Jason. How are things going?
Good evening, Tracy and the Big D. How are we? I'm very well, thank you, and things are going very well.
We've been playing the song for a few weeks now, and we've had a lot of feedback from it, and they're loving it, and I think it's because it's relatable.
Oh, that's fantastic. I noticed it debuted at number 9 last week in the charts. I'm stoked about that. So people are sort of listening to it, which is fantastic. And it's actually got a story to it, so I sort of like the song because of the story behind it.
For the people at home who don't know the story behind it, let us know a little bit about that.
As you guys are aware, most of the songs that I write are pretty much all about things that happened in my lifetime and with myself and people around me. And that song's pretty much explains me when I was a younger bloke that looked at life with eyes closed. It took me a long time to realise that I've got to open my eyes and take everything in rather than just being selfish about it. So that's what the song's pretty much about. It's like looking around at everything that's going on in life, listening to everyone's input and making sure I take care of everyone rather than just myself all the time. As a young bloke, that's pretty much what I did. As I got older, I realised, that's not the way to do things. When I wrote that song, it sort of took me back to a period of my life, and I was going through some pretty weird times. Writing that song sort of helped me get through it as well. And I sort of finished that song probably 2 years after I started writing it. When I first attempted to write the song, it was more of a rock song, rock ballad. But then when I sort of got into my country vibe, I went back to that song, and it took me back to that time in my life. Sort of understood myself a little bit more when I finished the song. It sort of resonates with me and my country style that I'm sort of trying to push out to radio and to people that will listen as well. So I really enjoy it, and it has a lot of meaning to me about that song.
It's funny you say the ballad. You can feel a power ballad behind it. Wind some big guitar and a big drum beat in there. You could do anything with that.
Oh, definitely. When I put it together here in Queensland, I pre-recorded it here and I could hear what I wanted, so I sort of recorded most of the instruments here in Australia. Then we took it to Nashville, and I had a bunch of session musicians in there and the producer, and they listened to my version and they put their own heart into it as well, and we come up with this. The producer, Stacey Hogan, just did an amazing job with my song and made it me, pretty much so. So I was really, really impressed with it.
We're talking with Jase Lansky at the moment. We're talking about his new single, Drunk Every Sunday. When you sing this song acoustically into a crowd and then you sing it with a full band, do you find there's a huge difference not only in the way you sing it, but the feeling and the meaning that you get behind it by doing it acoustic and with a whole band?
Well, to me, when I do it acoustically, it still has that same meaning to me because, as I said earlier, like it's a song that means a lot to me. So, and I sing it with the heart when I sing it acoustically as well. But you are right, when you have a band behind you, it just gives it that big dynamic as well. So when you listen to the song, you hear the actual emotions in the song with the build-up of each of the instruments. I really enjoy that. So, yeah, I love playing it acoustically, but I prefer playing it with a full band. Acoustically is nice, but with a full band, you just get the whole feel of the song, if that sort of makes sense. Yeah.
Sure does, yeah. So this is the fifth single off the album. How many more singles do you think we'll see off this particular album? We're going to try and go the whole way?
Well, funny you say that. I was doing a radio interview with some people in Sydney the other week, and I was actually looking at having this as the last release from the album, and they pretty much turned around and said, why? I don't know, I've just had this number 5 in my head, and this is my favourite song, and one of the songs that meant so much to me, so I was leaving this to the last sort of release off the album, and they pretty much turned around and said, no, there's more to come off that album. Keep releasing songs off it. So we probably will release another 2 songs off the album. Which ones they are, I'm not quite sure yet, but there's a few that people have sort of told me to throw out there and see what happens.
So we all have to stay tuned.
Definitely.
Either that or grab a copy of Rip It Up Now, the album, and you'll be able to preview them all and maybe give some feedback to Jase and say, hey, this is the one that the people on radio are going to do. So the ones that don't have a copy of the album, they're going to listen to this song tonight and go, if I don't have a copy of this, I'm going to have to get it. Best way of doing it, Jase Lansky?
Best way of doing that is either jumping on iTunes and grabbing it off iTunes or Amazon or Google Play, or jumping onto my website at all the W's at jaselansky.com, and you can order the actual physical album straight off the website or through any good record store, of course.
The gentleman's name is Jase Lansky. He's sitting at number 10 on this week's Country Songs Top 40 Countdown, and this single is called Drunk Every Sunday.
Lying all alone in this dirty town motel, from getting drunk every Sunday.